For the second CAD challenge, we are working with a tier 4 part, so quite a step up from the first one. So you can see from 240102 that this is definitely a more challenging part. This is also listed as a premium challenge in the Too Tall Toby environment, so available to those with subscriptions. So here we go. And average solve time, 16 minutes. So this one's going to take a little bit longer. And we'll, again, it's in grams. So I've got my metric. I started with my metric template. And let's jump. Okay. So this one is symmetric. So I'm going to start with a sketch that is on the right plane. And I'm going to start with some lines. Let's start up here, over, down. We got an angle. And then I'm going to model half the part. The overall thickness here is 16, and that is symmetric. So that means the bottom down here is 8, or I'm sorry, not symmetric, but it's half the V cut at the bottom. The notch is half the height. Okay, and then my overall width is going to be 54. So we'll just type in 54 divided by 2. Okay. All right, and we'll give that an extrude for the entire depth of 118. Okay, and we've got some rounds. We'll deal with those later. Let's make another sketch on the side here. And let's see here. Let's give this a height of 42. And let's give two circles, right? And make the inner one a diameter of 30 and the outer one a diameter of 55. Okay. And I'm going to use that sketch regions tool again, so this will work fine the way it is. And actually, I want to go in and add that second circle in for our counterbore while I'm in here. So make that 38. Okay. So we'll use sketch region, and we are going to select all these areas to extrude the other direction for a width of 14. And then we can pick these sketch regions to extrude the other direction for a depth of 4. Okay. That sketch is not going to hide itself. We'll have to hide it, but that's okay. A couple of rounds to add before we move on. So the first round, we'll make this one here. We'll set that to 12. And then we'll do a new set for, these are going to be 6. Little bit of a tricky over here. We don't want it to be tangent. So that one we're going to have to go into details and make it not tangent, but rule-based. And then we get the single edge going up because it does not go around. So real interesting thing there. Also in Creo, you can have multiple radii on one feature. So one feature of rounds, and that does transfer to both. We got the notch on both sides. Let's mirror this. So that is going to be a body mirror. So taking the entire part and mirroring it over the front plane. It does not automatically make it one object. So if we want it to be, then we should select both those bodies and merge them. So last thing we'll do is extrude the slot on the top. And I'm not doing this the sketch region for this one. I'm right in the extrude, so I'd either have to trim out that sketch or I can use the palette tool. Okay. And we'll give it some dimensions here. We got an overall 8 or 16. The overall Length of this slot is 99. I'm going to slide it back over here and dimension this as 9 from the end. Middle click to place that dimension. Okay. And we'll flip that through all. And I'm thinking that looks right. Control D. And we're going to check. .309. Let's see how we did. Fantastic. Ah, just a little bit slower than my fastest time. So, some interesting things for this model. Being able to have 2 different rounds in one feature is unique, but making sure that this round doesn't go all the way over, and taking advantage of that full body mirror. Okay. All right,